is Tara Pritchett, confidence coach for women. And today I want to talk about how to attract a man who is loving, who's loyal, who's divine, who's fine, right? Because so many of us want a man who's strong and who's powerful and he's loving and he's loyal, but he's sexy at the same time, right? But it's like, how do I attract that? Because all of the people that I seem to attract are a hot mess. They're either cheating or they got kids or they're not loyal or they're they're not loving, they're not affectionate, or they left me for my friend, or he got a wife, or it just always baggage, right? That's attached to it. So it's like, how do you find somebody who's at that level for you to even consider marriage and get married to him and have him as the father of your children? Or even become a stepfather to your current children, right? And my question to you is, if you're asking yourself, where are, these type of men? My question to you are you the kind of woman that can attract that kind of man? Because if you've had a track record of attracting a certain type of man who's been disloyal, right? Or who has been broken or broke, literally, then that's not necessarily the men, because the common denominator would be you. And I love you. They love you. Most of them. But we got to look at our own self. We got to look ourselves in the mirror. We got to look at our own reflection, because men are mirrors. They only reflect back to us what we ourselves are presenting to them. So who are you? What are you presenting? So who you be? Because who you be is what you will attract to you. You cannot attract any man that's at a higher level than where you currently are, right? You can't attract a man that's really any lower than you are, because like attracts like. So you're only going to attract to yourself where you are. So it's not about who he is and what he's doing. It's about who you are. It's about, have you worked on your wounds? Have you worked on, the walls that you have up on around your heart? Or are you jumping from relationship looking for somebody to, love you, but you got these walls up? How they gonna love you through the walls? Do you feel as though you are unworthy, or you feel as though you're insecure, right? Or you're not securing yourself? So how do you think you're going to get a secure man who has all of his shit together, but you don't have all of yours together? So the only way to attract your equal, the only way to attract the king or attract your husband that is at the match and at the level for you, is to get your ish together. It's to do some hard work. Look at yourself. Look at your heart. Has your heart been broken a number of times? Have you had a season of stillness, of solitude, where it's just you and God, and y'all are just together for that season? You ain't dating nobody. You're not sleeping with nobody. It's you doing the work that is necessary to heal, to clear yourself, right? To free yourself from the old baggage, from the old soul ties. And if the answer is no, then I'm not really sure where we're thinking that, because nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody's coming to this pop up out of nowhere. Hey, I'm your husband. I'm here. Without you doing the work first within yourself. I don't know any woman who hasn't done that work. And doing that work requires you to examine some of your beliefs and your belief system, your beliefs about men. If you believe that all men are this or all men are that, or, oh, where are those men at? Then that's deeply rooted in you having walls up. That's deeply rooted in you feeling unworthy. There could also be a part of you that is unwilling to put the guard down. If you have a guard up on your heart, right? That's also a sign of a woman who's not whole. And when you're not whole, that means you have holes, literally, within yourself that you probably have been trying to fill with a man, or try to fill with other things. It could be shopping, it could be food, it could be sex, it could be going to the casino, right? It's a number of things we try to fill things with, instead of actually getting to the root of the issue and feeling the pain of heartbreak, or feeling the pain of a breakup. There is no way that you can heal if you don't deal with the pain at hand, if you don't work to break those old soul ties, if you don't work on, stepping fully into your purpose and in your calling. Do not expect a man to come at a king level of love, a king level of leadership, a king level of providing for you, right? And we got into a point as women where we think we're strong, we think we can do it all, and I'm guilty of doing the same shit myself. We think we're strong and powerful, and we try to overpower men, or we pick weak men that are emotionally unavailable, financially unstable, and we think it's going to work, but it's not, which leads us to settling, leads us to playing it safe, it leads us to being stuck, and some of us end up, having children by certain people, and we're like, okay, how did we get here? Right? But the key there is forgiveness. It's forgiving yourself. It's forgiving him and everyone else that you've been with. The key is you doing the work on that heart space to clear, to heal, to purify that part of yourself. Right? And then it's also a matter of you, repositioning yourself to be found. Repositioning yourself to be found, right? To be found by your husband, for him to find you. But he cannot find you. He cannot manifest you. You cannot manifest him if you and him, both of y'all, or even one of y'all, have this old blockage in the heart space. Have a mindset, certain mindset based on past hurt. Have these soul ties sucking the life out of you. You energetically, spiritually, emotionally don't have the capacity to have that king level love in your life. And it's not that you're not worthy of it or you don't deserve it. It's that you're not positioned to be found just yet. And you have to get in position, right? There's a certain formation you got to get into. And like I said, that starts with forgiveness. That starts with releasing things from your heart. That starts with cutting soul ties. That starts with cutting toxic lies, old mindsets, right? That starts with bringing shit up that you've been burying. It's time for you to be free, and it's time for you to find your king.